Hey, ladies. Hello, hello, everybody. Just a quick chat, quick chat. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Everybody's good. Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, boss. Riri. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I was just kind of listening to some things, you guys. Hey, hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I was listening to some things, right? Crazy things, too. It's like, wow. I guess, at the end of the day, a lot of it is just distasteful, disgusting and everything. But, you know, from what I had been listening to, and I kind of had to rewind and listen again. I was like, oh my God, not only when you come out to do something that you think is the right way of a come up financially, financially, because everybody wants that come up financially, though, right? Yeah, it not only will it hurt you, yes, it hurts the family. So I was kind of listening to the reading, of infamous Sylvia's page, and I was kind of listening to the rebuttal of Drunkin Larry's for his leniency from the court for what he had done. And I also take myself back to where they say, touch not thy anointed, right? I kind of feel like I'm anointed, as well. I got like some of this old crazy spirit that's placed upon me, as well. And I was sitting back and saying, wow, shout out to Trunk and Larry for the jokes on those work boots, because those are some honest work boots for them, some honest ass work boots, though. Ain't work boots, but Air Max, if that's what they want to call them. And I know, the jokes are the jokes and everything, but thank you for those honest work boots, y'all. Y'all got some honest shoes on y'all feet, because I hope everybody got some honest shoes on your feet out there. You got to keep the honest shoes on your feet. And then I heard Dome say, where, you know what, I would rather have done Uber for 40 years than to rather give myself back to the financial economy, the slavery economy. There's years and years to pay that Drunken Larry has now given himself back to slavery, even on his probation once he's released from doing his time for what he had done. I guess I can say that I still don't have any remorse for him, because he's still not remorseful for what he has done. It doesn't bother him that he had a terrible situation going on with himself, involving Synchrony Bank and innocent people that was already incarcerated, and taking their identity to come up on another person's downfall or whatever is one of, I think, the worst things that we can do out here. And it's still going on out here about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly with the blame game. Everybody's got the blame game about you did this and you did this and you did this, when that's not what's important with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. So if you ask me, his fans is not what he needs. All right, see you later, alligator. Yeah, right. He needs more support than he does the fans out here. He needs more of the, the music is not what, it's kind of needed. Everybody knows his music. And I was listening to something that someone sent me today, and the message is really, really, really up in that spiritual preaching that was sent to me. And I will put it in my community chat if some of you guys would like to go and to listen to that, because he spoke nothing but the truth on that. Some of the preachers I kind of just would get up and walk away from, but this one right here was nothing but the truth when it came to anointed, when it comes to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly still owns what he owns, what he worked for, he still owns it. And all of the people and everything that was in his camp and did everything, you guys better believe it's already done. He had started to talk about how, you know, those people that reside in one's camp that has done things or has allowed you to take the blame for everything, or you put the blame on just a single person, you will be sustained. And to my understanding, what he meant by that is that you get to stand still now. I'll deal with all of this by myself, but you will no longer eat off of me. You will no longer dance off of me. You will no longer be able to steal this from me. You will no longer be able to hurt me at all. It's what, you know, the message that I got out of that. So with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, sitting where he is, he's fine. He's fine. It's everybody else, all that was around him, is the ones that is in trouble. You know, the ones that have to really answer, to somebody. And that's going to come. So that's why I don't do much of the bickering and the barking out here about who is what and who did what and how they did what and this or that. Another thing that's gone bad out here is when it has all turned to this personal thing about, well, you did this to me and you did that to me, but then we'll turn around in the message and apply some of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly within their message. You know, that's a skunky thing to do when you are having a personal issue with another personal person out here on the YouTube street. But at the end, it's all of a sudden, let's play Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, or let's talk about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's just a skunk ass move, and that just irritates my ass. But Mr. Drunkin Larry, the crazy thing with him is he went in trying to plead his leniency. You know, I shouldn't, you know, go in here to do this because I've opened up shop. I've gotten a job now, and it's social media, and I've helped a lot of innocent girls, which they're going to verify all of that if they choose to do so. They're going to do all of that. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello. They're going to do all of that. What girls? What girls have you helped? Was he talking about the girls from the docuseries, or was he just talking about Azrael? You know, they're going to check into all of the
I'm gonna have to call that number.
I'm on my live. So, but they're going to check into that. His attorney, from what was read on the paperwork, you see how attorneys have to work for you, right? And it's kind of crazy because once you hire them and in their heart that they know that there is wrongful doing or whatever, they still have to be obligated to go in there to represent you to the best of their ability. I kind of chuckled a little bit because of how the attorney was trying to patronize the judge off of, you know, of what he had learned of who Drunkin Larry was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that he dug in it too, but of course his job is to get his client off no matter how demonic a person is. And that's what's wrong with our system as well. And that's because of the how you guys said, the ruler of the evil with the money, right? Doesn't matter. The attorney wants to get paid. And as long as he's getting paid, his job is to look past demonic behavior in someone. Just write me my check. I'm going to get you off, knowing that demonic behavior has taken place. and we're going to release you back out here into society because we're hoping that you will continue to get more victims and continue to hire me. If I can win your case, I want my check. You can continue to come back out here and do your repetitive behavior. The crazy thing, because I put it up in my title, is to my understanding and a lot of you guys understanding out there, Drunken Larry went off and got married. It hurt the situation. So in my opinion, he should have pretty much, now that I have my hoodie on, everybody can pretty much see that I am employed. You get to see now where and who I work for now. So there's no need to be looking at shit all up because I'm aware that I have my hoodie on, okay? I'm aware of that. So no big secret about that, but it's just to show you that Pap is a productive citizen out here. Pap don't do no crooked shit to get that shit like what he is facing over there. You would never, ever, I would never put myself in a situation to compromise or jeopardize my family. Is his family jeopardized right now? Yes, they are. Not only did the system grab hold of him and put a whooping on his ass, they also put a whipping on his family behind as well because he got married. With that being said, with them being married, and from what I heard in the reading, that, you know, they will be, because they want restitution. He will be paying that back. And when you talk about the system, your federal people, when they come, they coming. Why is he sitting now? In my opinion, because they got to scrutinize right now. What all assets? Where is all of the money coming from? The same way that he sat on the screen and pointed out everything about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly to continue to compromise. It wasn't the Team Kells that compromised Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case. It was Drunken Larry compromised this case every time he came on his screen. He just continued to compromise it. It's unbelievable, you know, how, I'm not going to even get into the colorism of that, of how humanity, when you are going through something and you know that it's a big situation of what you have to go through, I think as well that he made a choice, in my opinion, to continue to do what you were doing to the Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I'm going to have to say the anointed one, because you touched that and you could not complete your job. You know why? Because God stopped that. He stopped your energy. He stopped your energy. However, you continue to still try to compromise. You still try to get leniency of pushing your narrative through the court. You put yourself, in my opinion, before your family. You knew what you were doing. There was no way that you should have married that young lady. Not at all. You should have put that on hold. Your family, after the government sit down and scrutinize what you have, and the crazy thing about it is you should have just kept quiet about your damn social media job. When you said job, oh, they finna look for that job. Social media, they're coming, and they're going to intercept every freaking Cash App, Super Chat, everything that you are getting in funds to pay off of that goddamn loan, that theft that he had done. What does that mean? That means that by you getting married and your wife get a job, your wife is also going to be held responsible for paying restitution for you. The crazy thing about, you know, you guys, is that he's got a fan base that he has built up over there. People that actually have fallen in love with, I guess, what they call his charisma or his genuine or his truth or whatever. That's on them. That's on them. But, you know, there's still a lot of people out here that knows that, you know, you got to get the hell away from somebody like that, because they'll smile in your face, and you will and can be the next victim. You will and you can be the next goddamn victim with that shit. So I don't know how they're not terrified of it or whatever, but it certainly would terrify me had it even been a cousin or a brother or an uncle or nephew of mine. I am getting so far away from your ass. And one thing, you have to get so far away from people like that, because it is so easy for the system to tie you right next to this person and have you standing up in there trying to plead your innocence as well. Hey, Bird, as well. So I think, in my opinion, based on how this system works, and trust me, I know, I do know, and you guys know, you marry, and they did say the combined goddamn income, you put it in her name, trying to pay back $200 a month and shit. That's crazy. Trying to pay back a 1 point something million dollars, or if the co-spires decide to share that debt back to pay it back, that is a lot of freaking money. That is a lot of freaking money. You don't have a house to sell. If you wish to sell that, they would take those proceeds too. If you would end up getting about 20,000 or so back off of the home, sell a car, sell all of that. It best to be. It best to be nothing but pure cash. And sometimes if you even try to sell that, and these people know that you own a vehicle, you have to go, the person has to go registered or whatever. It's possible that they will put their liens on those damn vehicles. Well, wait a minute, we got to get proceeds from that. He hurt himself, and he did. He hurt his wife, and he hurt his kids. The little kids there, you're not going to be able to take care of them. Restitution is restitution. And I mean, when they come a knocking, they gonna take down every freaking dollar that he actually will come across. So shout out to all of the people that stands by his side, that's sending those cash apps in. You are paying off of his debt for him, but some people have loyalty people, like that. That's crazy. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly as well has loyalty people out here that is helping him throughout his commissary and his attorney fees and things that he may need. But at the same time, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly did not steal his music. He created the music. He did not rob from Sony or Barry and all of these other ones, McDavid. He didn't rob from none of these people. None of these people. A thief is a thief, and if a thief is going to be a thief show gonna lie. A thief can show manipulate you like to the fullest, or they will manipulate the hell out of you. Do I see what he did? What did I hear what he did after the reading? I did. I surely did. And you went in allegedly to manipulate even the courts. It's like it's in your blood. It's, I get it that we have to make this plea thing, right? Because nobody wants to go sit up in a goddamn penitentiary. Absolutely nobody does. But at the same time, you don't grow from childhood because you are afraid of the struggle, or because $200, $250 a week just ain't good enough for you, or I can't get it. Well, guess what it does for you? It buys your freedom. And it can make you happy. You just have to know how to use it and use it wisely. You just have to know how not to try to live above your means. You have to know how to just pay your things on time and not create so much goddamn credit or whatever, where it does take your whole $250 a week paycheck. But you free. He is now in slavery. He has put himself back into slavery because of the choice that he made to do. And not only did he hamper himself, he put a damper also on his family. He should not have married his wife. And love can be beyond. You can love without all of that. But once you marry her, you tie this woman into living a hell of financial abuse right now, because that's what they're going to do. They finna financially abuse her because of his mishaps, his bad behavior. They finna get it. And that's just crazy. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe you should. I don't even know if you can file a divorce right now to keep her ass so that she can be able to have money to provide for the children or to pay rent. Because whatever job she go get, they gonna take hers. It's combined income. They gonna take hers. File a taxes. They gonna snatch that too to every freaking goddamn penny is paid back. Man, you talk about slavery. See, Mr. Kelly, he ain't in slavery. Uh-uh. Everything he owns or created, he still owns it. It's just a matter of time with him. It's just time and preparation with him. But you brought that crucifixion cross out here for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. You sat down and made a choice to manipulate and get into all of those women, the ones that you say that you know, head about certain, about things, and then they all came out with the same damn stories and things. Now there's another episode that's about to go on, and it's because of you. It's because of you. Now you have the Russell against the Russell family situation out here in public. Had you not, or some of these people went and looked this girl up to come out here, we shouldn't even be knowing about their family mishaps. We shouldn't be knowing about that. But because now she's out here, here's the crazy thing about it, and you guys can go and buy the book, but I do not support anything like it. And I'm not saying what she's doing is dirty, but it's a little bit wrong. Go after your brother. Go after your brother. But her book and everything of what she's trying to bring out now and to sell to the people, you're trying to do a 2-for-1 deal. And I don't, that's just wrong. It's just wrong, especially if you have done dirt in your freaking life. Sometimes you got to dig that wormhole and let shit go. You got to bury it. You put a book out about some things as well. So, I mean, like, do you want your brother or do you want Mr. Kelly? Because I was confused. I thought that she was brought out to do damage control with her family affair about her brother or her and her mom. But then I hear her say, well, she has all of this other stuff or whatever about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Touch it. Touch it. Go ahead and touch it. That book ain't gonna prevail, sister. You got to bury. You got to, some wounds just got to be patched up and move on. But touching Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and that man is right now living the highest of his anointment life. Your book ain't gonna prevail, sister, and you're gonna be sitting back there like wondering, okay, why? Because I told my story, and this story was to take down 2 people with 1 seed. But you also have to have all of your dirt out there too. You also have to have this book of the things that you did. You have to be absolutely truth about the situation with her and Will, Edie, and everybody. You just can't start with 2. It's got to be everybody, because the paperwork said his camp. And the way you're telling your story is like, okay, you were somewhere around as well to know to write a book that will somehow implement Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly along the way in your wording. That's crazy. That's real crazy. But you got to tell it all, or your book won't prevail. You can't just tell on 2 C's and allow or think that your seed is going to grow if you all as well has terrible bad dirt and bad doings as well. It doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way. A lot of anger out here, boy. But in my opinion, and because, it's just my opinion and from what I heard, there's a lot of money to be paid back. In the same way that you're trying to wiggle your way up out of paying your price for some things that you have done to innocent people as well. I ain't the one that has to forgive you, so I'm sure that the repentance you probably already did, but you're still making a choice to do mockery on it. Like I said, I'm so proud though, Drunken Larry, that I put these goddamn work boots on and live as an honest, productive civilian out here. You have no idea, because I know how tempting it is to have so much money and to live on top of the world. I already know, but that pastor said, and I'm gonna put it in my community chat so y'all could go check it out. It's gonna make you peace be still. I promise you that, because I swear I was trying to head to work and I had to sit down and finish the whole hour thing. Right? I'm like, peace be still. I have to listen to this one here, dog. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case, it should be handled in the court of law, not with the public opinion out here. And you have done a whole bunch of compromising on that man's life, a whole bunch. And the crazy thing, like people say, like you wasn't even there. You just got one-sided of the stories and just started running with all of that. Crucify him, put the nails in the coffin. You know, he did this to this little girl, when, you know, everybody's sitting here, we are reading 17 years old, about to turn 18 years old. Your anger should have been with the government and with the laws about how they got different age brackets in each different states and things like that. I get it that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is a grown-ass man. I get what you people are saying out there. And yes, a grown man should know. Get the fuck away from me, little girl. Yes, they should know that. I do understand that. But I saw no abuse in none of these videos or audios. I hear no abuse except for what they are claiming that has happened to them. The abuse and kidnapping and statutory this or alleged sexual assault on this and on this. Nah, I don't see that. Not with this case here. Not at all. They say people can't read, you know, you can't read. You want to stop people from what their opinion is and how they feel about the case. That's just crazy though. And it should be. It absolutely should be opposing. It should be opposing sides, because we all are not going to see things the same. That's for sure. We're not. But hello, everybody in the chat. That's some crazy ass shit though, especially when you knew that you were fighting an outrageous case yourself. When you fighting some shit on yourself, the only person that you needed to be connected to was God. That was pretty much it. And you literally probably went up in that courtroom thinking that they were going to walk away. So the attorney, he did a lot of manipulation according to what they was reading to the judges. And judges know manipulation. A lot of judges ain't going to buy it because they don't want the heat to come down on them. I'm curious about if you're going to appeal. I don't know. I was sitting here saying, well, damn, since you went in there and asked for leniency of putting you inside of a boot camp close to home so that you could be near your family, right? So you could still have that connection. And there's nothing wrong with that. The crazy part about it, I would have thought about, well, wait a minute, though. I'm going to have to give something a little bit more because I want my family to still be okay out here, because I made a choice to marry this lady and I also compromised her life as well. I would have went in there with a whole different goddamn plea. Drunken Larry. Y'all take me for 3, maybe 3 years. I give you 3 straight years on this. But I need you to leave my wife out of this. I need you guys to allow my wife to receive all the income and to be able to go out there to work and to not have you guys take any of the money and things from her so that she can continue to provide for my children and to also keep a roof over their heads. Also be able to allow her when she works that she can also receive her income tax back and things like that, so she can keep clothing them and keeping them in the best of schools that you say you have, or keep them driving around in the Mercedes Benzes and things that you say that you have. I'd have pleaded that. I'd have threw myself. Take me. They gonna be okay. because they would have been left with a parent and you'd have left them in a good goddamn position. I'd have begged them to take me since, the 18 months was nothing to do. A couple of more would have been nothing for you to do, but leave my family alone because they going to get hers too now, though, bro. They gonna get hers because you sat there and you did a combined that darn income. But shout out to you for developing you and getting you a whole big fan base over there, not just on YouTube, on Twitter, everywhere, all these are social media. Shout out to you for helping all the little young girls because you tied to the young girls correlations and shit, but so that they can continue to pay you for helping them, and it's probably going to her or whatever. But they're gonna get that money. They gonna snatch that money like crazy. Not only did you sell yourself out, you sold out your family as well, because you should have took that hit. This is what I would have had my attorney do. Take me. But I need them to leave my family, her income, and everything alone. So your negotiation on the table, that was pathetic. That was pathetic. That was pathetic. She gonna feel it. And then it's gonna bring anger between you two through the phone calls or the emails. Well, we ain't got this. Well, they taking that. She's going to become angry with you. You're going to become frustrated and angry with her. Then it's going to be a little bit separation or so, in your marriage or so, because now she's got to get out here and try to hustle it, bustle it harder than you were doing, but in a more right way. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's who you should have been connected to while you were going through this big old fight out here. Or while you had jokes on cracking on something about Pap had some boots on that was innocent boots and making a damn good living in an honest goddamn way. That's crazy. You shitted on everybody whatever they were doing. Whether you were Uber driver or what is Don Russell, a tap dancer, you shitted on everybody. You touched them anointed. I think the Jesus work in mysterious ways. That should have been the only name. You should have been out here screaming, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That judge went back there and sat for a moment. Nah, you gonna pay this shit back. Nah, you gonna get some goddamn time. Nah, the BOP will decide where you going. And it's crazy. But that's all I had to say to you guys, because it was just, I was just sitting here thinking about that, and I had just had to find a time to go and listen to the reading of Infamous Sylvia and Dome over there with Randa Baby on there, and I finally kind of got through it, and I was like, that's real messed up. You compromised your wife, you compromised Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, you've compromised Don Russell, you've compromised all of the women that was on the Lifetime, you've compromised Azrael. You have did some damage control out here. The crazy thing though, because they put you on a 5-year or so probation once you get released, that's going to be the worst goddamn probation ever, because you're now listed as a felony. They wants to know if you even attempt to try to open up a bank account, that's fucked up. You just submit yourself back into the slavery of what we all have been trying to get up out of for many, many years. But you are a fine protocol of it. All I wish him well. Like I say, I never came out here to do anything. I was just laughing at a little bit of his commentary and so, because like I say, I don't do karma, and I don't shit on, or nobody downfall. That's that's higher power. That's higher than me. That's higher than me. But can I speak on it and put my opinion on it, on what I see? Yeah, I think the next live that we probably need to get into is scamming. You have to know what scamming is, because I was recently just tried to get scammed, and it was by a cousin of mine, and I'm gonna post it up and show you guys exactly what he tried to do, right? And I knew it was a scam, so I played along with it for a minute, because while he was doing it, I was trying to get my auntie on the phone, right? Eventually got hold to her. She tells me that, he's out in the streets and he's on these drugs now and this or that. And I kept, and I'm asking him, I'm gonna show it to you guys. Saturday. I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna show you how my own fucking cousin was literally trying to scam his family members, right? And it's basically through the Facebook thing, right? And to do this and to do this, and I'm going along with it, right? Because I'm waiting for the punchline to kick in, right? And once he kicked that punchline in, I text him back, really? Really, cuz? Oh no, this legit. This shit is real. All you got to do is so and so, so and so. Really, nigga? Really? But we're gonna talk about scamming though, you guys. Y'all have to stop falling for it. You have to know the keywords for it, all through the phone calls, all through your emails, all everywhere. They're everywhere. And you have to know. Now what he did to, and like I say, in his people eyes over there, and because he came with the admittance of it and everything, he has become in their eyes, it's a good man. And it's a good man, and that's okay. You have to let them have at it. He's a good man, but the crazy thing about it is he's so of a good man, then give him your social security number. Give him all of that stuff. Give him everything. Go trust him. Go do it. But then don't come back out here 5 years later talking about it's been a $5,000 charge on your credit card. Go on and try. Go do it. But see, you ain't got to show but one goddamn time who you are. Just like I said with wheelchair Becky. I really, really thought that she was a very, very nice person, and she may still be. There just became some bad blood, and then the bad blood got mixed with more bad blood that allows her to sit and continue to do bad blood. And the bad blood, the crazy thing about it is he didn't even want nothing to do with the bad blood. You the one, he told me she crazy. I don't want to mess with her. I don't want to. Now he sit very comfortably dealing with the same person who he tried to tell me that was messed up. Don't deal with her. And I regret it. Because as bad as his blood is, I should have listened to him. But that's humanity. You don't know who to listen to, what to do, how to move, when to move. And that's why I stay in my circle. I stay in my lane, because it is highly, really likely that there's not too many people that you can trust out here. And it's crazy. He compromised his wife, and that's messed up. He should have sold his own soul to the freaking courts. You should have offered them and you should have begged to the courts to leave my wife out of this, because my wife has to take care of my children. My wife has to keep the roof up over their heads and keep them clothed. That's what you should have done. Not go in there and compromise and manipulate the court because you want to be closer to home and you need to see your family, knowing that they were going to hit you with that combined income thing. Knowing that they were going to hit you, you went in there telling them that, well, my job is social media. My job, you even gave yourself up to them. You gonna tell them that you got a job. You could have let them look for it. Hell, they probably wouldn't even found it. Because we know that you now don't have a productive job out in the world. We now know that you did not have a social security number binded to the fucking system out here. They wouldn't even found that damn shit. But you went in there and volunteered that goddamn information. I get it. It was to make you look good in the quarter eye. But everything that look good, so like they say, everything that shine ain't glitter, ain't gold. You guys out here be cracking me up. Y'all tell so much shit. The way to get out of shit is to shut the fuck up. Period. Some things you can fight and some things you cannot fight out here. I got a job. How you gonna tell them that you got a goddamn job and they sitting here trying to figure out how to get 1 point something million back out of your ass? Oh, I got a job. Now they got that one. Now they gonna break that one down. They gonna intercede, intercept, entangle, all of that shit, Drunkin Larry. They go tear your ass off a limb over there. And it's sad. I truly, duly pray, hope that your wife and your children do have a lot of family that is going to be working with them with cash and stuff like that. I do. I hate for the women to fail or to be hurt or to feel the same wound that a man has done. I hate it with a passion. That's your shit. That's your shit. Marriage now makes you ride or die, huh? You know, ride or die with me. You shouldn't have married her. She's a beautiful person. I saw her pictures. Beautiful woman. And you hurt her just as well because you wanted to come up. And as long as you are up, that'll keep people glued to you. You the man. I got the shit. That's what money does for people. Same thing with Mr. Roberts Vesicali. Come up. Freaking loaded out here. People glued themselves to him. They glued themselves to that man. When that man said that I'm done and he started finding out that, oh my God, my money is going away. Oh my God, they don't want to give me my music. They don't want to do this. They all scattered. Everybody wants to talk now. It was him. It was her. It was him. It was her. It was him. It was her. That's what you did. Drunken Larry, that's what you did. That's what you did. The crazy thing about it, though, with you entangled with Azarel, that girl gonna be scoring for the rest for a mighty long time. Her brain is so wired up, she ain't gonna know which way to go. The trust in the men is gonna be gone, or she's gonna dog out another man, or you name it. And it's thanks to you. It's thanks to you. Anyways, you guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna go finish watching Gerald Griggs, you guys. He was on debate panel on Court TV, right? And his little bow tie and everything. So I'm gonna go finish watching that because you know he's got his opposing opinion on this other case that's going on, right? And I'm listening to him. He sounds just like he did standing in that podium outside of one of Mr. Robertson Vesicali homes with Ashanti, you guys, and it is so funny. I try to listen to the other three people on the panel, but I was listening to Gerald Griggs on there, and I was like, boy, you know, you something else. You was something else. So I don't know. That's allegedly Bookham long time, you know, school friend from way back then. Bookham been knowing him for a long time, but I'm going to go finish listening to that, and you guys go and have a blessed day. I wish everybody out here nothing but well, but touch that anointed. And right now, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is sitting in a pool of anointed. He ain't lost nothing. He still owns everything that he works for. It's just time and preparation. He has to come back out here and deal with all of the demonic stuff that's going or that has been going on around him. Pay close attention to all of the people now that now has these personal issues one-on-one against everybody. Pay close attention to that. That's unnecessary. That's unnecessary. Then once you have the personal arguments against one-on-one, now somebody else comes out, oh, well, that's hurting Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's case. Shit's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all have a beautiful day. Beautiful people. Oh, I got to go. I said what I said. You shouldn't have married that girl. If you know the laws out there, you should have known that they were going to integrate, that they were going to combine income on you. Now she hurts, and they're going to make sure it hurts because they're going to snatch it. They're going to send in all those letters like they do for child support and everything to these people, companies. YouTube going to get a letter. YouTube going to get notification. Yeah. Intercept. Send it on over this way. Oh, yeah. It's going to hurt you. But shout out to you for having all your fan base that's going to continue to support your channel and send it in and help you pay off of that fine. Good thing that we know how to reach out and get friends behind you, you guys. You got to put friends and people behind you because even when you're going through your bad times and your trials and tribulations, you know, you're going to need them. It's like Drunken Larry. He needs those people. So, you know, they got his back. They got his back, you guys. They're going to help him pay off that $1.5 million. So he's all good over there. He's all good. It's crazy, though. However, I only wish that the courts would have went a little bit different. I kind of wish that all 79 of those people was in that courtroom to testify on how it could possibly hurt them down in the future. That's what they needed. They needed every last one of those people that was hurt or will be hurt if they ever get released from being incarcerated and try to go and apply for a credit, or they pull their 3 credit bureaus report to find out, oh my God, like, what is this? Those were the people that needed to be in there. The same way when someone kills someone, when you take someone's life and the family gets to stand up there and testify and tell you what you have done to them or their family, that's the goddamn trial or court hearing that Mr. Drunkin Larry should have had. It should have not just been his testimony. That the people that was harmed deserved every right to have been up in there to help push a stiffer opposing sentence of what should have been required by the law, and not by manipulating the law. He and his attorney manipulated the law. Yeah, you manipulated the law, but that's what we do when we in fear of doing some things, and we have to get ourselves out of a situation, and that's all. It is what it is. That's part of humanity. I gotta go. Y'all stay blessed, stay prayed up. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, he's good. He still owns every right to everything that he has worked for out here. Everybody just needs to practice peace, be still. And as long as peace be still out here, Jesus can work like y'all keep calling on him to do. But you're disturbing it. You got to peace, be still when it comes to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. And he'll be coming up out of there. He'll be coming up out of there. I'm going to drop that link in my community chat. If you have time today, go and listen to that pastor preach and then apply it to it. And you'll have it all figured out for today. Y'all have a good day. Gotta go.